prominent Democrats are distancing themselves actually from what's going on. I do want to talk a little bit about what that means going forward. But before we do, we're getting some breaking news. Forgive me, Jason, so I want to get your comments on this too. To show us. Okay, we're having a little bit of communication problem here, Jason. I apologize. Let's go back to prominent Democrats. Distance from progressives like Rashida Tlaib, who we've been listening to this week, who is demanding an end to all policing. And Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says the system is, quote, indefensible. As fellow squad member Ayanna Pressley revives calls to defund the police. And the squad now unifying on this idea of take away their money and we don't even need police. But party leaders say they still believe legislation can reform the system.
Look, we all know we have to root out system in law enforcement, and we feel the best way to do that is the justice.
That's not the president's view. The president's view is that there are necessary outdated reforms that should be put in place. He also believes that there is a forum for putting in place legislation, the George Floyd Act, that can help with many of these necessary reforms in place.
I am not in the camp that says we should disrespect police. We should reform police, but police are necessary.
Others are saying that Wright's death shows police actually need more funding and better training, while Senator John Kennedy says critics are driven by prejudice.
Many of our law enforcement agencies are majority minority. And if you decide, like you to judge someone on somebody about the color of the skin, if you didn't want to make a pejorative judgment about a cop, I'll put it this way: if you hate cops just because they're cops, you don't know anything about them, then next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead.
Strong words from Senator Kennedy. Jason.
Yeah, as only Senator Kennedy could say it. I wish the Democrats had taken up what Senator Tim Scott put forward, which was the Justice Act. But there's so many inconsistencies for the left. No, it's interesting. Kamala Harris is now saying she's going to go down and visit in Guatemala. And I think when she's going to people want to flee Guatemala because there is no rule of law. But what the squad and those on the radical left are advocating is lawlessness. They don't want justice. They don't want police officers. They don't want ICE officers. They don't want a border down on the south. They don't want any. They're going so far as to say they don't want any incarceration. That is not the United States of America. That is not what the majority of people want. And the police, the men and women out there, and their families who have got to watch this on television tonight, need to know that America loves them and cares for them. And they're doing an incredibly difficult job. And I hope that America understands that. And I hope those agitators, they need to be arrested, they need to be prosecuted, and they don't need to be bailed out by Kamala Harris as soon as they go to jail.
Wow. Well, I'd like to know where the squad is so where are they talking about that there are no incarcerations in the world? Where are there no law enforcement or actions by people in authority to make things safer? And by the way, in those countries, they're trying to get here. Okay, here's the breaking news that has come together now. President Biden just moments ago made remarks at Al Sharpton's National Action Network's annual convention. And the president once again invoked Jim Crow in an apparent reference to Georgia's new voting law. We wanted to be able to show it to you, so here it is.
Parts of our country are backsliding to the days of Jim Crow, passing laws that harken back to the era of poll taxes, when black people were made to guess how many beans, how many jelly beans in a jar, or count the number of bubbles in a bar of soap before they could cast their ballot.
Jason, comparing that to the election laws in Georgia, your reaction?
I think the president's comments right there, I'm just hearing it for the first time, are absolutely disgusting. If you actually disagree with something in that Georgia law, point it out. But what they do is they go back and they just try to divide people. They try to call them racist. And it's all an effort, I believe, to pass national